So let's open it and say this one is the torque wrench and this one is the soldering iron kit. So let's open this torque wrench first. So this is the torque wrench. Yes, it's different sizes. This is 10 mm. This is the 8 mm. This one is 6 mm. 5 mm. 4 mm. 3 mm. This is fine.
This is a torque wrench where it's really helpful if you want to tighten something and you don't want to use a regular wrench. So this just helps because it just gives you so much flexibility and ease of doing stuff. You can connect different heads as you can see, and this is just to extend your length. So first you press this side, press it here, and then connect it here and leave it, then it stays locked. And if you want to release it, just press it here.
Okay.
And then release it, it just comes out. And once you press it, connect it here, it just turns in one direction. So if you want to lock, you just switch this one way. If you want to unlock, you just switch it other way, you see. So it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. So if you want to do clockwise tightening, this is the position. If you want to do anti-clockwise, this is the position. If you want to remove it. So there are basically a couple of things. This to change the direction, in which direction you want to allow the turn, and this is just to connect, press and hold to connect the these tips or whatever you call connections. These bolts. Okay, so once you do that, there is other option we have here to tighten it to or allow the amount of pressure. These two, to lock and unlock. This is how you can use it.
Okay.
And yeah, as I mentioned, you can connect multiple heads here. Like you can connect these two. If you want to use this smaller one or longer one, you can just connect it here, press it, connect it here, release it. Similarly, press it, connect it, release it, like that.
Okay. So can you connect this one with this longer head?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. No, you cannot.
Okay.
Because this is designed to connect to something else. So that you can, because this will go to some other socket. So this one, and you connect another head, and I will show you that one also, because you see these are the tips, right? Different kind of tips. So if you want to open something like this, you can use this one, so that you can open like this, right? So and this is another kind of head. So similarly, you can open different kind of knots and connections, right? To tighten it or something.
Okay.
It's very helpful. It's very sturdy. It's very heavy also. It's not lightweight. I like it. Yeah, there is something is here, the measurement, but because it's saying Newton meters and torque. So I think this is the torque adjustment, how much of pressure you can create, but I don't know how to use it though. So it's at a Newton meters, so this is 11, 15, 19, 23, 9, 15, like that. So based on that, I think once you turn on the dial, it just adjusts the torque.
Okay.
So, but I don't know how exactly it works. So, but it is pretty self-explanatory that they are saying it's torque in Newton meters, and this is the way when you turn it, it just adjusts the torque.
Oh.
So, because I have seen some places where they just use it to tight with after necessary torque, it just slips so that you don't tight it too much. So maybe that's what it is. And if you keep it in the center, it will allow both, right? But if you do it this way, one direction, and if you this way, it's another direction. So like that. Pretty simple, and it's very handy tool, I would say.
Yeah. This one is the soldering iron kit. And
this has a temperature control knob here to change the temperature from 220 to 480 degrees Celsius, right? You see this one, as you turn you can adjust the temperature, how hot, how cold it is, and there is an on and off button here. It can support different kind of tips, right? You know, the tips on the end. This is the soldering material that you can use to solder. I'll show you how to connect these tips. So you just open this one,
okay,
this metal one. So this is what it will look like, right? So this is the adapter,
okay,
and this is the tip holder. So if you want to use this kind of tip, what you need to do, you just to first put this thing inside here. Tip is coming out, right? So now put that thing here and then tight it.
okay.
So this is one way you can connect a tip like this, right? So they have variety of tips like this. So you can connect all of these by following this step, right? So you can connect this. Now there is another kind of tip is there. So if you want to connect that, you have to connect, like you have to use this holder, right? Where there is a thread on top of it, and you can connect one of these, right? So what you can do, you can take one of them out, like this one or this one, like that, right? And then you just connect it on top. But before doing that, just to put it here and then tight it.
This one.
I think this is I don't know, but this is to transmit the heat.
Oh, okay.
It gets hot, right? So you just connect it and tight it, right? Once it's tight, just then on the top you can connect these kind of. So some tips are like this, and some tips are with the threads, right? So the thread ones you can connect like using this other adapter, or if you don't want to use the thread ones, you just remove it and use the other adapter directly inside, right? So this is how you can connect different kind of tips. So let me remove this one and connect one of these. We can put it back. Let me open it. This is the screw adapter, right? So I'll just put it back. I'll use one of these, for example, right? So first use this one, put it inside, and then use this, and then the white one, right? So untight it. Okay. just remember to unscrew this metal portion, right? Because this can also be, you know, unscrew, like, you know, you can accidentally unscrew this one, then it will open up the soldering iron, which you don't need actually. Even if you do this, if you unscrew this one, this is the soldering iron itself.
Oh.
So you don't need to do that, because that's not necessary. It's just the top metal portion you need to unscrew and open. Okay, let's connect it and see. And they have all the other stuff. This is the soldering material, solder, and they have some you know, desolders, like soldering tip cleaner. These materials are there, and this is a desolder actually. When you want to take the soldering out of something, you just press like this and then point it to the melt the soldering first, and then just do this. It will suck the soldering out of this. So that means if there is already something soldered and you want to take the soldering out of there, so you just melt it and then do like this. So it just suck the soldering out of the thing. So pretty much that's what you need to use this one. I can show. Oh, this is the stand actually. So while you're soldering, if you need a stand, this is the stand.
Oh, okay.
So because you don't want this to touch other surfaces, right?
Oh, okay, because it's hot.
It's hot because that it will be hot, right? So, and this is where you can pull it, and then, you know, you can just put somewhere and then solder it like this. So
Okay.
I can show one thing. So as you can see, it is connected now to the socket. So let me turn on the power. As soon as it turn on, this is the light turns on, right? Turns on, and then it gets hot, right? So here I can adjust the temperature. It's already too high, so let me leave it there. What you want to do, there is a disconnection of the LED. The LED is not working, so we'll show you by soldering and removing the solder from the LED. But see, this LED is, the connection is missing, right? So what we will do, we will just try to connect it. So first, let's see. So there is holders here. So now let's remove from the tip.
Oh.
Okay, now that is done. Now we have to do this green to green, this one. So I can hold it like this. Since this is not too hot, I can just hold it with my hand and then press it here. Okay, this is connected. Now this side I can connect.
Oh, wow.
As you can see, this is connected right now, and I can just put it here.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
So now this is we just soldered these two ends.
Yeah.
You just have to check the polarity. Other than that, everything should be fine. But just wanted to show you that how the soldering works. So this is how you can solder it. We just soldered the LED, right, to fix this LED. So
Yeah, so you can do other things like this.
Yeah, you can do other things like this. So, and this forceps is used to hold things in place. And what else? This is this is
Yeah, for the small stuff they have different needs so that you can change, right?
Yeah,
As per your choice.
So these are all the
Needs.
heads and your tips, what you can say. You can change it as per your need, because some things require very precision soldering, where you can use very pointed tip like these ones. But somewhere if you don't need very precision but you need more angle, then you can use other tips. Like lot of variety of tips are there.
Okay.
And to desolder, this is one thing I can show you also. Let's put some soldering at some place and then we will desolder that one. For example, if I put some soldering here right now, for example, right?
Okay.
Right? Now to desolder, what you need to do, just first melt it and then press it, this one, and we have to do like this, hold it,
Oh.
and then put it here, like this. So you have to desolder, just first melt it and then do like this and then do like this. If you are doing a lot of solderings and you want to take the soldering like if it's a big circuit board and you want to remove a capacitor or resistor, that time it's very helpful, so that it can point it and then suck the soldering out. But for this I don't need it, but I'm just trying to show you how you can use it. You just point to the solder, melt it and then hold it and just suck it like this.
Okay.
And you just throw it out. That's all. That's pretty much it. So as you finish your work, what you can do, you can just turn it off, okay? And you can switch back the temperature to low, turn it off.
So I hope this video found you helpful. If you like it, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. See you in the next video.